Whilst most of the legendary Pokemon in the world are incredibly powerful and super broken, some of the legendary Pokemon do let the team down and don't really live up to the standards. With that being said, today's video is going to be going over the top 10 weakest legendary Pokemon. Now of course this is all my own opinion at the end of the day, and it is completely cool if you guys disagree with what I say in the video, as I'm sure some of you will. Don't hesitate though to drop a comment down below about the video and if you found it interesting or not. And before you guys even begin to comment, I'm saying right now, Phione is not a legendary Pokemon, so it's not on this list. And I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, well, Phione isn't the weakest. It's not technically a legendary Pokemon. Just putting that out there right now. Anyway, do not forget to leave a like on this video too to show your support, and be sure to bring out a new video very shortly. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already to keep up to date, and follow my Twitter to hear my updates about the channel. Both of those links can be found in the description down below. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you guys enjoy. So starting things off and claiming the number 10 spot in today's video is Zygarde, and I'm talking about the 50% form. I'm not going to be going over the 10% form because that's just kind of like a cop-out, and I also won't be going over Cosmog and Cosmoem because I know they're technically legendary Pokemon, but again it's more of a cop-out because we all know how bad they are. These are just pretty much for like the fully evolved Pokemon, and I know that Zygarde 50% isn't the full form, but he technically was at one point in the games, which is why he makes this list. Anyway, the 50% form is a Dragon Ground type Pokemon with a base stat total of 600. Now it's made the list and it's in the number 10 slot because it's not the worst Pokemon ever, but it is 4 times weak to ground. It does have the Aura Break ability, and if you're not sure what that does, it basically just cancels out the effects of Fairy Aura and Dark Aura, so that doesn't really help it out at all. And you know, it has 121 physical defense, 100 physical attack, 108 HP. It doesn't really do anything though. It gets E-Speed and Land's Wrath and Earthquake and Crunch, everything like that. Really nice moves, but because it's kind of slow 95, it's not really going to be outspeeding anything. It's not the super, like, the most bulkiest Pokemon out there, and it is 4 times weak to Ice as well as being weak to Dragon and Fairy as well. So like I say, not the worst legendary Pokemon, which is why it is at the number 10 spot, but definitely doesn't have anything to help it out. And the 100% form was definitely very nice little contributing to this Pokemon. But anyway, Zygarde 50% does take the number 10 spot. Claiming the number 9 spot in today's top 10 video is Kyurem. Now Kyurem obviously does have loads of different forms, being like Kyurem White and Kyurem Black. We're only going to be going over the Kyurem form today because I do believe that is one of the weakest legendary Pokemon. You guys might disagree with me, but it is a Dragon and Ice type Pokemon. It is weak to Fighting, Rock, Dragon, Steel, and Fairy, and also takes 25% from Rock damage because obviously it is weak to Rock. It has a base stat total of 660 with 130 in both physical and special attack with 125 HP, 90 in both physical and special defense with 95 speed. So it doesn't get outsped by loads of Pokemon, but it doesn't have the best speed at all. And it also can hit hard, but again, with not the best speed stat, it's not really helping this Pokemon out at all. It can take a hit kind of with 90 in both physical and special with 125 HP, but Ice is definitely not one of the best types ever, and it is, like I say, weak to Fighting, weak to Rock, weak to Steel, and these are types that you do see quite a lot in the competitive scene, so it doesn't really help out Kyurem in that regard. Obviously Kyurem White and Kyurem Black are really good Pokemon, but you know, they just kind of overshadow Kyurem, and Kyurem is just kind of like pushed into the back. It does get some kind of nice moves as well, but not really anything that does really separate it from the rest, which is why I believe Kyurem is one of the worst legendary Pokemon. Next up, we're looking at the Swords of Justice, and coming in at the number 8 spot is Cobalion. Cobalion is a dual typing Steel and Fighting type Pokemon with the ability Justified. Now, having that Steel typing is very clutch because it does mean that it resists Normal, Grass, Ice, immune to Poison, resists Bug, Rock, Dragon, Dark, and Steel. It is only weak to Fire, Fighting, and Ground. However, it's not the best out there. It doesn't hit super hard. I mean, it has 19 both physical and special attack. It is more of a bulky type Pokemon. It has 108 speed with 129 physical defense, but however, it does only have 72 special defense. And I've not really got anything bad to say about this Pokemon. Like, it does get moves like Sword Stance, Sacred Sword, Close Combat, moves like that. It's just that it doesn't really outshine other Pokemon like Primal Kyogre or anything like that, or like Ho-Oh or anything like that. So, you know, that's why there is 10 spots on this list, so there's got to be 10 legendary Pokemon that have to come on. So if you do disagree with this, I mean, hey, there's loads of other Pokemon out there that are legendary and that are better than this Pokemon. Claiming the number 7 spot in today's top 10 video is another Swords of Justice known as Verizon. Now, Verizon kind of just got the bad end of the stick with the whole Swords of Justice. We've got Terrakion, we've got Combation, and then we got this dude. Verizon is a dual grass fighting type Pokemon, meaning it is weak to Fire, Ice, Poison, Flying, Psychic, and Fairy. However, it does resist Water, Electric, Grass, Ground, Rock, and Dark, so not too bad. However, it does only have a physical defense stat of 72, so that paired with its grass typing isn't too great. I mean, it's pretty fast with 108 speed and 129 special defense is always very, very nice, and 90 in both physical and special attack. Like I say though, it just doesn't do too much. I mean, it does get like close combat, Leaf Blade, stuff like that. It also gets Giga Drain, so I mean, you can run like a mixed or a special attacking Verizon. It doesn't really matter because, you know, it's got 90 in both. But obviously, if you want to use like the best out of this Pokemon, close combat, Leaf Blade, stuff like that, Swords Dance, you're going to be running a physical attacker. But I don't know, it just kind of gets outclassed by a lot of other legendary Pokemon, and definitely gets outclassed by the other two Swords of Justice in my opinion. So I would always use Combalion or Terrakion over Verizon, which is why it is number 7 in today's top 10 video. Claiming the number 6 spot in today's top 10 video is Mesprit, one of the late trio. Now, Mesprit isn't exactly a bad Pokemon. It does have 105 in both physical attack and defense, and both special attack and special defense. However, it does only have 80 speed and 80 HP, so it does get outsped by quite a few Pokemon. It does have the ability to Levitate, which is also very, very nice. And it is only a single typing of Psychic, meaning it is only weak to Bug, Ghost, and Dark. However, it does only resist Fighting and Psychic, so not the best trade-off there. It gets some pretty nice moves, but nothing that really helps it out at all. I mean, it does get loads of TMs, but through level up, it really only gets like extra sensory, which is like its only decent attacking move. However, through TMs it does get like Thunderbolt, Psychic, Shadow Ball, everything like that. So the TMs really pull through for this Pokemon. And it's not exactly that Mesprit is a bad Pokemon, it's actually pretty good. It's just outshined by Uxie and Azelf 100%. Like, Azelf is obviously the very fast attacker, and then Uxie is the more of the bulky Pokemon. Mesprit is kind of just in between, and you kind of want more of like a solid like defensive Pokemon or an attacking Pokemon instead of just having everything in between. Yes, it does mean you can run a lot of different sets on this thing, but it does also mean that it's not really great at either of them. It's just kind of in the middle, which is why Mesprit is one of the weakest legendary Pokemon. Coming up next though, we do have Reggis, and unfortunately the problem with Reggis is the fact that it does have the ability Slow Start. Slow Start, if you are unaware, it just really lets this Pokemon down. It basically temporarily halves the attack and speed until like, what is it, like 4 or 5 turns into the fight, and there's already so many things that could happen in those 4 or 5 turns, which it just doesn't help this thing out. I mean, if you'd looked at the stats without the ability, Reggis is a good Pokemon. It has 670, it has 160 physical attack, which obviously gets halved to 80, and then the speed of 100 gets halved as well. Has some nice bulk in 110 in both physical and special defense, and 110 HP. And like I say, it's a decent Pokemon. It does obviously have that normal type, which isn't great because it doesn't mean that it's super effective against anything. It is obviously weak to fighting and immune to Ghost, but like I say, it's not super effective against anything out there. But the only problem with this Pokemon is Slow Start. It gets some nice moves and stuff. Gets like Knock Off, gets Fire Punch, gets Dizzy Punch, Thunder Punch, gets Crush Grip, Giga Impact, Zen Headbutt, and loads of TMs as well. Like everything under the sun. But it's just the fact that Slow Start really just destroys. It just hinders this Pokemon so much, and I don't know why. Like it's not like it's super broken, but Slow Start I think needs to be kind of buffed a little bit, maybe only like 2 turns or something, because it really does let this legendary Pokemon down, which is why it is one of the worst in my opinion. Our next legendary Pokemon on today's video is a Pokemon that a lot of you guys didn't actually know was a legendary until Nintendo confirmed it not too long ago either, and that is Silvally. Silvally is obviously brand new to the Pokemon universe, being introduced in Alola, and a lot of people thought it was just a normal Pokemon, but it is technically classed as a legendary. And this Pokemon, its stats aren't great, only has 570, 95 in each stat, and it is only a normal type Pokemon as well, meaning that it is, again, just like Reggis, not super effective against anything, is immune to Ghost, and obviously weak to fighting. This Pokemon does get quite a nice ability in the RKS system. I don't know if they're gonna like kind of fuse this with Arceus or anything. Obviously Arceus is, you know, RKS is Arceus. The whole kind of like Easter egg or whatever it is, a play on word, whatever floats your boat. But I don't know if they're going to introduce that with something about that. I generally don't know. But Silvally, like I say, it gets quite nice moves, like gets X-Scissor, gets Crunch, gets Takedown, gets Double Edge, Parting Shot, Tri-Attack, Air Slash. It gets a variety of moves this Pokemon does, of course, because of the RKS system. Any like item that this Pokemon holds, it does change that typing. So I don't know why I've actually put this so down on the list. Maybe it deserves a a higher spot. I generally don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think Silvally is a good Pokemon, or do you think it's not a very good Pokemon? Because, like I say, I mean, the only thing that really goes up from Type Null, like, Type Null has pretty much 95 and everything apart from speed, which is 59, and then obviously goes up to 95 with Silvally, so it doesn't really get a huge boost from Type Null to Silvally. But what do you guys think? Do you think this is a bad Pokemon, or do you think Silvally is quite good in, obviously, comparison to all of the other legendary Pokemon? I would like to know your guys' thoughts on this. Finishing off, though, we are now in the final 3, and obviously, to carry on with the whole worst legendary trio thing, I'm just going to group 3, 2, and 1 together, because I believe the 3 worst legendary Pokemon out there are Registeel, Regirock, and Regice. So the top 3 is Registeel at number 3, Regirock at number 2, and Regice at number 1. And I believe these are the worst 3. And like I say, with the whole trio video, they don't really do anything apart from take hits. They can't really dish out much damage. They're all very, very slow, and they don't really get any reliable recovery either, apart from like rest and stuff. So that's really all they can do, and it's just not really fun to play against. It's not really fun to play with. Yeah, they get loads of TMs and stuff, and they get loads of move tutor moves, everything like that, but at the end of the day, they just sit there, take hits, and like I say, they just don't really deal any damage. Registeel is number 3 because it does have a nice typing of steel. Regirock is number 2 because it does have a nice attack stat of 100, which, you know, it's the only one of the 3 that can kind of dish out a little bit of damage. And then Regice is obviously number 1 because it's just an ice type. It's just the unluckiest of the 3, really. Steel and Rock are okay types. Steel obviously is very, very good. Rock is I, and then Ice just isn't good. It doesn't really get any good abilities. You know, it's only resistant to Ice, but is weak to Fire, Fighting, Rock, Steel. You know, all the types that we do see a lot in the competitive scene. And like I say, all it does is take hits. It's got 50 speed. It's not outspeeding anything anytime soon. And as I say, with all these views, they just take hits. So which is why I do believe Registeel, Regirock, and Regice are the worst 3 legendary Pokemon out there. And I thought it'd just be quicker to group them all as one, instead of just putting them like individually in 3, 2, 1. But you guys kind of get the idea. But anyway, that does wrap up today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did making it. If you did enjoy the video, though, please do leave a like. I would really appreciate it. Like I said at the start of the video, I would also love to hear your guys' opinions on this subject, so be sure to leave them in the comment section below, because I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys will be disagreeing with me. I do have a couple other videos coming onto your screen in a second, so be sure to give them a watch if you do have the time, and also subscribe if you do enjoy my content. That is everything from me, though, so thank you so much for watching, guys. Have an amazing rest of your day, and until next time, guys, peace.